Okay, thanks for sharing with us all of your top bets. Let's connect with the management of Somany Ceramics as well. Talk to them about the 28% GST on ceramics. Is that worrisome? As well as Morbi getting ready, is it geared up for the GST transition and the anti-dumping levels on Chinese ceramic items? Abhishek Somany, Managing Director, is with us right now. Abhishek, to start off with, majority of the Morbi producers were unorganized. With the GST regime coming in, what benefits do you foresee for such players?
So you see, we were hoping that the GST comes in at 18%, but obviously that's not happened. So at 28%, frankly, all the organized player was anyway paying 28%. With the exception of Chhattisgarh, MP and Gujarat, where the tax was 5%. Now obviously with GST things should become stricter and more transparent, so therefore it should advantage the organized players versus the non-organized.
Okay, what's the market share you currently have versus unorganized players, and how much do you expect this market share to increase?
So the organized sector is about 50-55% and the rest is unorganized. So you can say it's a 50-50 split between the organized and the unorganized. And if this GST gets executed well and the government takes cognizance of all the blatant under-invoicing and also the evasion which was happening, then obviously there would be a shift towards the organized sector.
Now, the imposition of anti-dumping duty has made the Morbi producers more cost-effective. Have you been able to get the edge now versus the Chinese products?
So the anti-dumping was put in very recently, but of course the government has allowed 3-4 manufacturers to bring in material from China even today. So some of the guys from China are exempted in that case. So currently with the GST still not in place, we still haven't got any impact of those 3-4 people sending material into India. But I would say that we are again representing the government to completely ban material coming in from China, which will really make a difference to Morbi sector and also the organized sector.
And what do you make of the GST rate of 28%? We understand that it's marginally higher for you. What would be the impact be?
No, like I said, it's a very insignificant hike. It's only gas which is outside the purview. Everything else we would get an input credit for. So we're hoping that the government does look into this and brings gas, if not now, very quickly into the purview of GST, which will then reduce the tax burden to us, and that would be passed on completely to the consumer. I think it would be a good 3-4% if gas comes into the purview of GST.
Okay, Mr. Somany, love to have chat more, but afraid we're completely out of time. Thanks so much then for giving us your perspective on GST, especially on the ceramic space. We'll wrap it up then on this edition of Hot Stock. Stay tuned. Buy now, sell now. The last edition of this very special GST show that we have for you comes up next.